In this video, let me show you how to overlap one column to another. Overlapping columns. You can overlap a column over an image, widget, or anything. Over anything, you can overlap. Yeah, there are two ways to design overlapping columns. First way, traditional method we used is negative margin. Yeah, here it is. This column is overlapping with the above section or above column. In this case, we are using negative margin. Even if you want to overlap on the right side or the left side or the bottom, in this four direction, top, right, bottom, and left, we can use negative margin to overlap. But if you want to overlap in other direction, for example in this direction or in this direction or in this direction, apart from this four direction, if you want to move this column and overlap over another widget, for example image widget or column, then we need absolute positioning. The thing is, here let's go here in the column settings. Here in the there is no positioning, there is no Elementor positioning. But if you go to this widget, and there is positioning. There is positioning for the Elementor widgets, but there is no positioning, absolute positioning feature for columns. So if you want to use positioning for columns, then you have to install a third-party plugin like Master add-ons for Elementor. They have positioning for columns here in the settings, column settings, MA positioning, as you can see here. And you can choose absolute or relative, depends on you. Absolute, absolute. It doesn't look good. Then relative, it's hard. No, relative. Then you can adjust this here from left, right. So from left, like this you can adjust it. And for going up and down or left to side, as I mentioned before, we do not need this positioning. But going other direction, for example from the bottom, like this. Now it is going in two direction, to left and top. It is not only going to top, but also on the left side. So for this going under, we have to adjust Z index, like this. Now we are overlapping this column, what we should call in direction of northeast of the original position. In the northeast of the original position, now it is overlapping to the other column. So for overlapping, this positioning like relative positioning or absolute positioning is more convenient. But but if it is for only four direction, left, right, top, bottom, then your negative margin is better. So it depends on the scenario or circumstances. According to your need, it is overlapping on the top, overlapping on the bottom, overlapping on the left or right, you can use negative margin. But if it is for overlapping to the other than this four direction, then you need to use positioning, MA. So for example, this master add-ons positioning, MA positioning. This using this relative positioning, you can drag it here like this, like this. Like this. So I hope this video is helpful to you. This trick, this is not quite a difficult trick, just uses of application of these features. Yeah, by default Elementor does not have positioning for columns. I hope that developers add this feature so that we do not have to install third-party plugin like master add-ons for Elementor for this column positioning. We need positioning for both widget and columns. Yeah, sometimes it is fine for image widget, but for example, if you want to move this icon box and overlap or another, then we need to move together with the column, so background color. Without that, it will be too ugly. That's not what we want. For example, this text overlapping does not look much better without this background color. Will not be read. There is must be their readability must be reduced, will be reduced. So yeah, you got the point. My point is, we need positioning for columns to design much better. Now I have mentioned before in my previous videos, now the overlapping columns or overlapping widgets is now becoming a trend in now 2020-21. In this coming year, you will see many websites with overlappings. Or before the grids, before few years back, the grids, almost most of the grids were like this straight line grids, like this arrangement. But now with the coming of mentionary grid, now most of the columns and in grid layouts are less and less horizontal, symmetrical, like this. So you got the point. Now this positioning is very important in part of our web design in WordPress Elementor. So I hope this video is helpful to you, but for both beginners and pros. And this is not difficult. Once you know the trick, it is not difficult. Users have to use this MA positioning for columns, and for widgets you can use the default positioning feature of Elementor.